Welcome to CarverEquipment.com. We hope you enjoy this video from our customer at Cross Timbers Farm in the beautiful North Carolina mountains. You can find more great videos about small family farms, ranches, and estates, current issues, and equipment topics at the 8th Day Chronicles YouTube channel linked below. The original video covers many topics and was voluntarily shared and produced.
One problem that we had with this baler, and it's not necessarily a problem with the baler, it's a combination of things. As you know, if you've watched any of our other videos, our tractor is a Kubota L3200 four-wheel drive, and it is a gear drive model. Okay, therein the gear drive with this baler caused some issues initially. This baler, for it to work, even when you stop, for it to keep rolling the bale as the twine is going around the bale to wrap the bale, the PTO shaft has to be turning all the time. Anytime you push the clutch in on a gear drive tractor, naturally the PTO shaft stops. The power to the PTO shaft stops, and the baler stops. Okay, the first few bales that we made with this thing was an exercise in total frustration. Every time that the baler was running, the bale reached the density that I had it set on, and it was time to start twine wrapping the bale. As soon as the bale arm falls, the alarm goes off. With a gear drive transmission, you have to push the clutch to stop. And as soon as you push that clutch in, the power to the PTO stops. The baler stops. And as soon as I pushed it in the neutral, let the clutch back out, the tying arm would just stay down. And it was like it was not picking up the baling twine. It was a total exercise in frustration for a couple hours. I'd have to stop, turn the tractor off, get off the tractor, come back here, take the baling twine and physically take my hands and push it down in to where past the rollers to the bale, get back on the tractor, start it, get the power back to the PTO, get the baler started, let the clutch out, then it would finally start wrapping the bale. Okay, this went on and on for several bales, and I was starting to get frustrated. I thought, what is wrong here? Okay, this baler is, you can run it on a gear drive tractor. However, if you have a hydrostatic transmission, it's flawless. Because with a hydrostatic transmission, you can stop and not stall your tractor. Whereas a gear drive, if you want to stop, and you need to stop once the alarm sounds, or you're just going to have a terribly messy bale. But with a hydrostatic, you don't have to. You can just let off the gas and stop, and the PTO and everything's still turning, which is ideal for this baler. However, being kind of an old school type guy, like a gear drive transmission, it's kind of like the old Chevrolet trucks, 3 on the tree and all that stuff. I really like being in more of control of the power and things of my tractor and what gears I've got it in and things of that nature. So I like a gear drive. However, excuse me, I was getting very frustrated because every time the baler told me that it was ready to wrap and I pushed the clutch in, the baler stops, the arm was down, and it would not wrap. So out of frustration, I kept thinking there's got to be a way to do this with a gear drive tractor. And one thing that I noticed, and it solved my problem, the baler, when you buy this baler, it comes with a bale of jute twine right here. This is the bale that it actually came with. And it's very good baling twine. It's a jute twine, it's biodegradable, it's very environmental friendly. I know we've all been to farms and around folks' barn, and there's poly twine everywhere if they feed hay in the winter, usually by late winter, early spring, it looks like they're having a polytwine farm. I mean, there's polytwine everywhere. And most of that polytwine is not biodegradable, and it's just gonna lay there and lay there until somebody picks it up and puts it in the trash. This is biodegradable. If it lands out in your field somewhere around your barn, in no time, it's going to just start almost like what you'd say dissolving. It's just going to go away because it's natural fibers. If you will notice, and you may have to come over here with a camera and zoom in on this, this was the twine I was using that came with the baler. And when the baling arm fell with this twine and the twine went down in, it would initially start pulling it down in to wrap, and then I'd push the clutch to stop the baler, and when I let the clutch back out, it would not continue to bale. It would just go down in there so far and just sit there. Out of frustration, I got some different baling twine, just trying to figure out what was the solution to this. I got some baling twine that was larger diameter. This is a Brazilian gold baling twine. It is also biodegradable, and it is a sisal twine, which, just as this, it's natural fibers. If you leave some of it around your barn or something through the winter, it's going to biodegrade. It's more expensive than poly twine, but it is well worth the extra price to us to be as environmental friendly as we can. Okay, this baling twine from Brazilian gold, if you can see the difference, this baling twine here is at least double, maybe even 2.5 to 3 times the diameter of this jute twine. Once I installed this on the baler and ran my first bale, when the bale was full and the arm fell, it picked it up, pulled it down in. I was able to push the clutch, get the tractor in neutral, let the clutch back out to bring power back to the PTO and back to the baler. And this thicker twine was able to stay down in the rollers, and the rollers were able to grip this larger diameter twine so much better that it immediately rolled just like it was meant to. It worked perfectly. So we have, we'll just use this around the farm. There's always uses for twine on something around a farm. We're gonna hang on this, just use it other, but we're gonna be rolling our twine with our bale with this Brazilian gold sisal twine. The larger diameter of that twine being pushed between the bale and the rollers didn't slip, and it picked up perfectly and rolls a perfect bale of hay. So we're very happy with that. It was something that on the internet there's really no information about using a gear drive with a mini round baler. And it was frustrating for a while because I'd done some research after this would not work. I was back on the internet searching for any answers I could find, and the manual for this Redlands baler actually says that they do recommend a dual clutch transmission or a hydrostatic transmission to use with this baler. However, I knew that there had to be a way that you can use this with a gear drive transmission. So simply changing baling twine diameter from this small diameter to this larger diameter solved the problem. No more problems. It rolls perfectly.